Glass is packed with a couple of neat twists and turns that paint out a world that reaches far beyond our three main characters. One of the most interesting of those being Dr. Ellie Staple, played by Sarah Paulson. Throughout this video, I'll be discussing Dr. Staple and her ties into the bigger lore in full detail. There will be heavy spoilers here, so if you don't want to know anything about the film or its ending, I highly suggest that you turn off now. But for everyone else, I'm Deffinition and welcome to the channel where I ruin it so you don't have to. One of the biggest twists in Glass comes when we learn that Dr. Staple is in fact working for an agency that eradicates people with superhuman abilities. It doesn't matter whether the individual is using their powers for good or bad, the secret society still wants to get rid of them. However, Dr. Ellie Staple is given leeway to attempt a new tactic, which is to psychosomatically convince the superpowered beings that they are in fact normal. This is because the power of belief is what manifested their abilities in the first place. When David Dunn was drowning as a child, he wished that he could become invincible, which caused his powers to come to fruition. Similar to this, Kevin used to believe he was an animal in order to survive his mother's beatings as a child. This is why he became obsessed with them and eventually turned into the Beast. Throughout Split, it's clear that the character has a love for animals due to the facts he comes out with in regards to them and his occupation within the zoo. Staple believes that by making them believe they are normal, that it will reverse the process and the killings will not have to be carried out. The agency themselves too believe that they are the good guys and that by keeping humanity at a level playing field, that they will not ultimately be destroyed by those with superhuman abilities. This is because they are futurists. Similar to Tony Stark in Civil War, they are trying to navigate the best course of action in order to make it so that superhumans do not get to the point that they are able to harm the normal population. We learn that in the past there have been several occurrences of this, and every time that a villain or hero rises, that their opposition too rises to meet them. This is similar to the case of Glass and David, who are both at opposite ends of the spectrum, and you could take from the film that they worry with the Beast now on the rampage that his opposite will rise too. Whilst initially I did have a lot of problems with this element when watching the movie, the more I've thought about it, the more I've realised it's actually okay. Perhaps the world does need this in place to stop it spiraling out of control like the heroes in the MCU, who themselves found out that the law isn't so forgiving. Obviously, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the film and if you enjoyed this reveal. If you learned something from this video, then please like it and check out my breakdown of the film's full ending, which will be linked at the end. This is a channel for people who are super into superheroes, so if that's the kind of thing you like, hit subscribe. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this. I've been Deffinition, you've been the best, I'll see you next time. Take care, peace.